Take a slow, nourishing breath. Feel the air stroke the inside of the lungs, then let it float out like a soft wave. Allow the shoulders to loosen just a little. You and I are together in a gentle space where every part of you can be seen with tenderness. Money may have felt like a stern teacher, a source of tension, or a distant dream. Yet in this moment there is no judgment, only curiosity and care. Picture a warm light resting on your heart, offering the simple message, "It is safe to look at my finances with kindness." Stay with that warmth for a few beats, letting it wrap around every memory of late bills, every flush of worry, every wish that seemed too bold to speak aloud. In this gentle field of acceptance, nothing is hidden or scolded. Thoughts about scarcity drift through, but they do not stay. They melt as quickly as morning mist. Whisper to yourself, softly or aloud, "I am willing to see money with new eyes." If another thought rises, maybe doubt or shame, give it the same kindness you would give a small child learning to walk. Offer it patience, offer it space, offer it love. With each calm breath, feel a steady ground forming beneath you, telling your nervous system, you are supported here. Stay a moment longer in that awareness, no hurry. Notice how the belly gradually unclenches, how the jaw loosens. From this softer body, caring awareness blooms. "I treat my current finances with respect and compassion," you affirm, and in doing so, you plant the first seed of a new blueprint. Whether there is $10 or 10,000 in the account, this seed does not judge the amount. It responds only to the love you pour into it. Pause, breathe, and imagine that love flowing like warm water over every number you will ever see on a statement. It is safe, dear one. Money and kindness can stand in the same room. Let that realization settle into the bones. Allow a tiny, grateful smile to form, not because every question is solved, but because you are willing to greet money from the heart instead of from fear. The body enjoys this friendliness. Feel its quiet sigh of relief. "I grow more at ease with money each day," you say, and a silent chorus within you nods in agreement. As we close this gentle beginning, rest in one more soothing breath, honoring the courage it takes to look at finances through the lens of care. The journey has already begun, and you are doing beautifully. Let us continue by turning the light inward, gently exploring the story you have carried about wealth. Every story has roots. Some grew from overheard sentences such as, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that." Others sprouted from silent observations, seeing a parent frown at a bill, or noticing joy when a paycheck arrived. Take a moment to sense which phrases echo in your mind when money appears in thought. Without judgment, note them the way a gardener notes the health of each plant. Perhaps write 3 recurring money thoughts in a journal or on a scrap of paper nearby. Maybe one says, "I must work tirelessly to earn enough," or "If I have more, someone else will have less." Whatever appears, greet it warmly. These thoughts, once believed, they protected you. Now you can thank them and decide whether they still serve your growth. Pause, breathe, and remind yourself, I am free to choose new thoughts about wealth. Notice how that idea feels in the chest. For some, it might feel like fresh air. For others, a slight flutter of uncertainty. All feelings are welcome here. Imagine placing each old belief on a gentle breeze and watching it drift toward the horizon, not forced away but released with gratitude. Sense the space that opens inside when those beliefs take their leave. Into that space, plant a new truth. I am worthy of ease and plenty. Speak it with softness, letting the words land like petals on water. Recall a time when life surprised you with support, a friend covering a meal, an unexpected refund, a simple gift. Allow that memory to confirm the new truth taking root. Next, envision your younger self, perhaps the age when you first heard limiting phrases about money. Offer that younger self a compassionate smile and words they never heard. Abundance is your birthright, dear one. Feel any tension soften as this message travels back and forward through time. If tears rise, greet them kindly. They are droplets of release. Breathe again, slowly. Journal prompt: what new belief about money feels gentle yet powerful to me right now? Let the pen move without editing. After writing, read the words aloud like a tender promise. Conclude this reflective passage by affirming, I bless my past money story and welcome a fresh, supportive chapter. Sit with the resonance of that blessing. Sense how your nervous system steadies when old doubts are met by love rather than resistance. You have just rewritten a line in your financial script, and many more loving edits will follow. Trust the process. You are guiding your mind with kindness, and it is listening. Now breathe into the marvelous partnership between thoughts, emotions, and the body. When worry about a bill sneaks in, notice how shoulders may rise toward ears or how the stomach tightens. These sensations are not enemies, they are signals. Place one hand over the area that speaks the loudest. Say inwardly, I hear you and I choose peace. Observe a subtle release as muscles loosen under gentle attention. The body thrives when it senses safety, and safety arrives through calm, loving thoughts. Reflect for a moment on the miracle of the heart, pumping steadily without any demand for payment. Its rhythm is a hymn of endless giving. Let that rhythm remind you that life itself is abundant. Whisper, my heart is proof of continuous supply. Feel gratitude ripple outward, calming the nervous system. In this relaxed state, creative pathways open. Solutions appear that hurried minds overlook. Remember a time when a calm moment sparked a bright idea, perhaps finding a discount, discovering a side project, or recalling an unused resource. That moment of ease is evidence. Peaceful thoughts invite prosperity. Affirm softly, I prosper when I relax into trust. Notice the warming sensation in the chest or the pleasant drop of shoulders. Rest there for a breath. Next, explore the opposite. Tense thoughts about money. They may bring tight breaths, racing pulses, or clenched jaws. As soon as you observe these cues, breathe out slowly and extend compassion to the sensation. It is only asking for love. Say, I soothe my body with gentle understanding. Mind and body communicate constantly. Choose to speak the language of kindness. Visualize worry leaving through the exhale like steam rising from a warm cup. Feel new space within the lungs, making room for inspired ideas. Affirm again. With calm thoughts, I invite new opportunities. Perhaps an inner picture arises of a door opening to a sunny path. Let that picture linger. Smile gently, telling yourself, every cell in my body thrives on financial peace. Feel waves of softness move from head to toes. Close this segment by placing both hands over the heart, breathing deeply and whispering, I honor the connection between my mind, my body, and my prosperity. Stay for a quiet count of 3. Sense how the body responds to this vow, maybe a lighter chest, a clearer mind, a deeper breath. This harmony of thought and body is the fertile soil where your new financial blueprint germinates. Keep tending it with gentle awareness, and it will bloom beautifully in its own perfect time. Let's take another breath here, deep and kind. Gently allow your heart to receive what comes next. You're not rushing change. You are nurturing it like a new seed in spring soil. There's no pressure, only possibility. And one of the most loving tools we can use as we rewrite our financial blueprint is the power of affirmations. These aren't just pretty words. They are statements of truth, truth you are choosing to believe. Words are like brushes, painting images in the mind, and those images shape how we feel, what we notice, and how we respond to life. When we repeat a new affirmation with care, we start to build a fresh mental image, one that shows life supporting us, not limiting us. It's important to know, though, that the first few times you say something like, "Money comes to me easily," the mind may resist. That's okay. You might feel a nudge of disbelief or even a little sadness. That doesn't mean the affirmation isn't working. It means the old thoughts are being gently stirred. You don't need to force belief. You only need to repeat with gentleness and consistency. Let the words soak in slowly, like sunlight warming the earth after a cold night. You can say affirmations aloud in the morning, perhaps while looking into your own eyes in the mirror, or you can whisper them quietly during moments of pause, at a red light while stirring your tea or right before sleep. The when and how aren't as important as the feeling of care you bring. Start small, with just one or two that feel like a soft yes inside. If one phrase doesn't land today, you can try another tomorrow. This is a conversation between you and your higher truth, not a performance. Let's begin with a few now. Take them in slowly, repeat them aloud if you can, or simply listen and feel them in your body. I welcome abundant opportunities into my life. Feel how this doesn't chase money, it welcomes it like an open door. I trust that I am supported by life. Let this bring peace to the parts that felt alone or uncertain. My income expands in gentle and surprising ways. Notice how gentle removes the pressure. Surprising makes space for joy. I am aligned with the energy of prosperity. Prosperity isn't only about dollars, it's the feeling of enough, of nourishment, of flow. Every amount I give and receive carries blessings. Yes, even the small purchases, even the tiny deposits, they are all ripples of giving and receiving. You might choose one of these to carry in your heart today. Write it on a sticky note, place it in your wallet, or gently repeat it each time you touch your phone. Let the words become familiar, like a soft friend always nearby. And if doubt creeps in, don't worry. You're not failing, you're practicing. The mind is learning a new dance, and that takes time. Your financial blueprint isn't set in stone. It responds to the warmth of new thoughts, to the rhythm of steady kindness. As you go about your day, notice which affirmation your heart returns to. You may be surprised how often it rises, even without effort. That's your inner landscape beginning to bloom. One word at a time, one kind breath at a time, you are reshaping your reality. Now let's bring your body into this gentle transformation. The body is such a faithful companion. It listens even when we don't speak aloud. And when we pair affirmations with touch or movement, the message sinks even deeper. This isn't about perfect technique. It's about presence, about saying to the body, "You matter in this healing too." Place one hand over your heart. Let it rest there with no pressure, just presence. Feel the warmth. Breathe in slowly and repeat quietly, "I am safe. I am supported. Abundance is my natural state." Let the breath flow out like a soft sigh. Feel the hand grounding you. This small gesture reminds the body that these words are not just for the mind. They are meant for every cell, every muscle. Now roll your shoulders gently back and down, nothing forced, just enough to create space. Feel what it's like to release tension while thinking thoughts of prosperity. Repeat gently, I release worry and welcome peace. You may notice the body responds with a little more softness, a little more breath. Next, sit or stand tall, imagining a string gently lifting the crown of your head. Breathe in and say, I rise to meet the abundance already on its way. Feel the upward motion of those words like a fresh wind. Let your hands rest in your lap or at your sides. Whisper, I am open to receive. If the mind wants to rush or analyze, come back to sensation. Come back to the hands, the breath, the simple rhythm of being present. These body-based practices don't require any tools or special setup. They live in you, ready to be used during a lunch break, in a quiet corner, or even while standing in line. The more often you invite the body to join the mind in this new blueprint, the more deeply the message will take root. Consider creating a small ritual each day. Place a hand on the heart before a financial task, before checking the bank, before making a purchase, before having a money conversation. Say a kind word. Send appreciation to your nervous system for showing up. These small gestures whisper to the body, you are safe, you are seen, you are a part of this change. Let's close this section with a simple embodied affirmation. Stand or sit with ease. Place both feet on the ground. Inhale deeply and say with love, I am rooted in peace and growing in prosperity. Exhale slowly. Feel the truth of those words travel from head to toe. Allow a quiet smile to form, not because everything is done, but because everything is beginning. And now, let us explore the gentle rhythms of daily practice. Prosperity is not a one-time event. It is a relationship, and just like any relationship, it grows stronger with daily attention, care, and appreciation. We don't need to overhaul everything overnight. We begin where we are, with small, loving steps. One powerful step is a gratitude ledger. Each evening, open a small notebook or digital note and write 3 moments of abundance from your day. These don't need to be grand. A found coin, a compliment, a generous sunrise, each one counts. What matters is that your mind begins to see how rich the world already is. The more we notice blessings, the more blessings notice us. You can begin tonight, even if it's simply, I had enough to eat. I had shelter. I had one deep breath of fresh air. These are not small. These are life itself. Another practice is a journaling moment. Ask yourself, how did abundance show up for me today? And let your hand move across the page without judgment. It might write about a discount you didn't expect, a conversation that lifted your spirit, or a moment of rest. Every reflection reinforces your growing belief. I live in a world that supports me, and the more we believe this, the more we see evidence of it. Now consider a 5-minute visioning practice. Sit quietly, close the eyes. Imagine a bill marked paid in full. Feel the ease that flows through the chest when that happens. Hear the pen scratch as you write the final payment. See the smile form naturally on your face. You're not forcing this. You're remembering what's possible. Hold that image like a gentle flame. Let it light up the day ahead. You can do this anytime, before sleep, after breakfast, during quiet breaks. Some like to keep a prosperity altar or small space of visual reminders, a green plant, a stone that feels grounding, or a note that reads, all is well. Others prefer sticky notes of affirmations tucked into mirrors, wallets, or phones. Let these be loving nudges, not rigid rules. Choose what resonates. Pick one of these rituals, just one, to begin this week. Let it feel easy and nurturing. There's no race. Prosperity responds best to joy, not pressure. And each day, as you return to your chosen practice, you're building trust with life. You're reminding yourself, I am not alone. I am guided. I am growing. This is how new blueprints are built, not through struggle, but through small, steady acts of care. And you are doing it beautifully. Close your eyes gently for a moment and picture yourself walking into a beautiful sunlit space. It's quiet here, soft and welcoming. The air feels warm and peaceful. You've stepped into a place I like to call the Bank of Infinite Good. Here, there are no long lines, no paperwork, no pressure, just love, just possibility, just support waiting for you to say yes. See yourself being greeted, not by a person, but by a loving energy that already knows your heart. It has no judgment, no criticism. It sees all your past choices, all your past fears, and wraps them in light. This is the part of life that never runs dry, the part that keeps giving, like the sun that keeps rising, like the tide that keeps returning. Now imagine sitting in this space. Perhaps there's a soft chair or a cushion. As you sit, you feel something shift inside. There's no anxiety here. You're not chasing anything. You're allowing, you're receiving. Notice how your breath becomes deeper, easier. Your body rests. You're invited to write a check, not from your own bank account, but from the limitless source that belongs to all of life. On that check, you write what you're ready to welcome. It might be a certain amount, it might be peace around money, it might be freedom. Write it down with no hesitation. This isn't fantasy, this is permission. You are giving yourself permission to believe again. Feel yourself walking out of this space with your energy full, your heart open. The check is still in your hand, but it's also in your spirit. You are carrying the vibration of trust, of confidence, of alignment. And that's all you ever needed. The world outside hasn't changed, but you have, and that changes everything. Now come back to your breath. Inhale softly, exhale fully. Wiggle the fingers or stretch the spine if you like. You've taken an inner journey toward your own abundance, and it has responded. Sometimes along this journey, old thoughts will visit. Thoughts that say, this won't last, or you're asking for too much. These thoughts aren't enemies, they're echoes. They come from old experiences, from people who were doing their best with what they knew. So when they come, speak to them kindly. Thank you for trying to keep me safe, you might say, but I'm choosing a different path now. Resistance is not failure. It's a sign that growth is happening. Picture a seed breaking through the soil. It meets pressure too, but that pressure doesn't stop it. It strengthens its roots. It teaches it to reach. When doubt comes, offer it compassion. Take a pause. Return to one of your affirmations. Place a hand over the heart. Say, I am learning, I am shifting, I am safe. These simple words have great power. You may also find it helpful to create reminders for the days when motivation feels low. Perhaps a voice recording of your favorite affirmations, played softly as you walk or rest. Perhaps a note tucked into your journal. Even now, life is supporting me. Or maybe a gentle check-in with your body. What do I need right now to feel safe and supported? These little acts are lifelines. They tether you to the truth when the waves of old habits rise. Be gentle with your process. There is no deadline. No one is grading your progress. Healing your financial story is an act of love, not perfection. If some days feel slow, that's okay. Rest is part of the path too. Keep showing up with small kindnesses, and they will multiply. Now take a breath with me again. Let it move through you like soft music, and as you breathe, feel the truth of this next affirmation rise within. I trust that every step I take is guided by wisdom and love. It is so important to speak to yourself in a loving way. You're doing something brave. You're choosing to write a new story, not from fear, but from faith. And faith grows through practice, through softness, through patience. Let each affirmation, each body-based ritual, each journal entry be a gentle thread weaving a tapestry of abundance around you. And now, sweet soul, we come to the end of this sacred time together. But truly, it is only the beginning. A new relationship with money, with life, with yourself is unfolding. You have all the tools you need inside you, your breath, your voice, your kindness, your choice. Keep choosing words that uplift. Keep listening to the body when it speaks. Keep honoring your progress, no matter how quiet it may seem. Your financial blueprint is being rewritten, not by force, but by love, not by luck, but by steady intention. Let's end together with one final affirmation. Take a deep breath in, hold it gently, exhale slowly, and repeat. I am aligned with abundance. I am safe to receive. Life supports me in every way. And so it is.